Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be looking at the new Season 8 jungle changes that are actually pretty big. They're going to change a lot of stuff and bring back a lot more aggressive junglers. Now I'm not going to make this too long. I just kind of want to highlight the new changes and see what you guys think. It might not seem like it, but this will mean playing your favorite Lee Sin or Elise or whatever is actually 10 times more legit. It fixes a lot of problems that we had this season. This season has had a lot of up and downs, I think, but one thing that has kind of remained the same is that aggressive junglers just haven't been as good. Part of that was because of catch-up experience. Now we're getting some changes to this. So what was it in the first place? Basically, if you were a lower level than the camp you were taking, it spawned at the game average level, so you'd be below if you were behind in general, roughly. But if you were a lower level anyway, you would get bonus experience per monster you killed. That was abused way too easily though. Like Gromp is 1 bonus worth of experience, Krugs was 10 times the bonus, Raptors was 6 times the bonus. It was all based around the number of monsters in the camp, basically, like how many they're actually there. So clearing like Krugs and Raptors would catch you back up massively. Anyway, the changes: catch-up experience only granted now on large or epic monsters. The amount will be up a little bit, but no way near as much as you could abuse. What this really means is counter jungling will be back massively. You take away the big monsters from the camp and they cannot get catch-up experience anymore. You can shut down a weak jungler now. Getting ahead as a jungler means something again, but also it does mean that if you make a few bad plays early, you could stay behind a lot longer and it will be harder sometimes to come back, which isn't a good thing. Well, it is a good thing if you're playing against somebody, you put them behind, but it's a bad thing if you just like are kind of useless in the jungle because you make a few mistakes. One thing though is it's only possible on wolves and raptors at the moment. Krugs despawn if you leave a mini one. Gromp and buffs don't have small monsters anymore, so you can only deny 2 camps of catch-up experience. I don't know if it's going to stay that way or not. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's not a good thing. We'll have to see. The other thing is Poacher's Dirk and buffs. Poacher's Dirk, what is that? A new item? Actually no, it's an item that Riot kind of forgot about. You know how it is, just I kind of forgot that it existed. It's actually really good, but well, it could be really good. It's 600 gold, and if you kill 3 large monsters from the enemy jungle, it'll transform into a serrated Dirk, the lethality item instead. Pretty nuts actually, right? You save 500 gold and you denied 3 camps worth of gold from the enemy jungler. That's a pretty good deal. It's like a 1,000 gold swing in your favor if you want to think of it that way. But yeah, anyway, the issue was that it had a 50-second cooldown between stacks. That sucked. They are now removing the cooldown, so you could stack it in like 1 or 2 invades pretty fast, I think. This might even be too strong, but we're soon going to find out. So in between getting a half price lethality item and catch-up experience being nerfed massively, it does mean carry junglers are going to be a lot better though. This is a good thing. Counter jungling means more now. It's worth it actually. It's a way these damaged junglers can slap weaker ones around and take their stuff, and it actually means something. Season 7 counter jungling this season was pointless. It's not going to be the same in Season 8 though. It will be worth, and leads that junglers get will mean a bit more. If you out farm, if you out gank, you out invade the enemy jungler, you will have a massive lead and it will feel like it as well. Another thing that's changing, wolf camp at level 1 will grant a full level now, same as raptors. It makes going like wolves to blue to bot side actually possible now on the bottom side of the map. It basically opens up a lot more jungle routes and possibilities, and more chance to end up bot lane after a clear rather than having to always go top lane. It's also going to be easier for some mana reliant junglers as well, but the only one I can really think about is like Fiddlesticks, maybe a Moo. This I think is going to be really good for the game actually. It gives a lot more options for junglers and makes it more varied. The last thing is jungle CS is going to be worth the same amount per camp now. I've seen a lot of people get annoyed about this on Twitter recently, but it's a good thing and a bad thing I think. Basically every camp will now be worth 4 CS and show on the scoreboard as that same amount. Before, Krugs would show as 10, Raptor 6, Wolves 3, and so on like that. You could actually press tab and work out where the enemy jungler had been, what they'd farmed, and so where they were likely going to go. So on one side of it, you're not going to be able to track the jungler anymore. CS scores would let you know which camps they cleared before. The issue most people have is it's making the game more casual again. It wasn't necessary though, or used until like Diamond 3+ anyway, probably a lot higher honestly. The counter argument to this though is that there is more importance on counter jungling and warding instead of pressing tab. You also cannot predict bronze. Just because you work out their Krugs are up doesn't mean they're actually going to go and do them. You might be able to work out what they've taken already, but that doesn't mean you can actually predict what they're going to do, especially for worse players. I can see both sides of this honestly, but to me, if someone is good enough to track the jungle CS, then why should they not be able to do it, right? I don't think it's harming more casual players or players who can't do it at lower ranks. Like most people didn't even know this was a thing until this whole like drama appeared. If your opponent isn't doing it either, which they probably aren't, then it's whatever. It really doesn't matter. I know this brought a lot more publicity to it, so maybe more people will do it now, but it's actually quite difficult to do in a game. In my opinion, if it's not broken, don't fix it, I guess. Like it doesn't actually add much more for a casual player. It doesn't really make the game much easier, but it takes away from an experienced one quite a lot. Weighing it up, it just doesn't seem really worth it. You're punishing an experienced player quite a lot, but you're not really making the game much much easier. Anyway, those are the jungle changes for Season 8. Actually should make a really big difference, even though they don't seem like they will. We'll be seeing a little less tanks and more carry picks, a lot more carry picks, which will be cool for the game, and I'm sure junglers will be happy again. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you hit that like button if you do, but for now, I'll leave you with the robots.